Good morning. Today we will study annihilating polynomials and diagonalization of matrix. First of all, annihilating polynomial. If T is a linear operator, then a polynomial Px such that Pt equal to 0 is called an annihilating polynomial of T. We say that a polynomial Px annihilates a linear operator T if and only if Pt equal to 0. Here 0 is the zero operator and T is a linear operator. When Pt annihilates T, we also say that T is annihilated by Pt. Every linear operator on n-dimensional vector space is annihilated by its own characteristic polynomial. Every operator always has an annihilating polynomial. If a linear operator on a finite dimensional vector space is annihilated by a polynomial, then each eigenvalue of it is 0 of the polynomial. If an n by n matrix is annihilated by a polynomial Pt, then all its complex eigenvalues are from among the zeros of Pt. Zeros of Pt means the values of the variable t which satisfies the polynomial. Now some examples. If we consider the linear operator t on R square and we define tab equal to b minus a, this is defined like the second component comes to first, and in second component we have the first component with minus sign. So tab equal to b minus a, then pt equal to t square plus 1. This example we also considered in previous lecture. So now we see that t square ab means t of tab. T of tab means tab is equal to b minus a, so t b minus a. T b minus a means minus a will come to first component, and in the second component we have b with minus sign. So it is minus a minus b. So minus can be taken outside, so it will be minus I iota a b. Now shift this term to left hand side, so we will have t square ab plus I ab. So we may write t square plus I into ab, and this is equal to 0, 0. 0, 0 is the zero operator on R square, and t square plus I is the polynomial Pt. So it means this is equal to 0 operator. So it means Pt annihilates the linear polynomial t. Now the characteristic polynomial is not the only polynomial that annihilates the operator. For example, the identity operator I, if we define by iv equal to v for all v belonging to v, on an n-dimensional vector space V has characteristic polynomial Pt equal to t minus 1 raised to power n. But I is annihilated by the polynomial Qt equal to t minus 1 because the zero of this polynomial is t equal to 1. And this is not a characteristic polynomial if n is greater than 1. If we consider a matrix A of order 3 such that a square equal to 3a minus 2i and determinant of a is equal to 4, then we want to find the trace of a. If a is annihilated by the polynomial pt equal to t square minus 3t plus 2, because a square is equal to 3a minus 2i, if we shift this to right hand side, we will have a square minus 3a plus 2i equal to null matrix. So a is annihilated by the polynomial pt equal to t square minus 3t plus 2. If we factorize it, we get t minus 2 into t minus 1, and this polynomial is satisfied for the values of t equal to 2 and t equal to 1. It means 2 and 1 are the zeros of pt. Thus the eigenvalues of a can be 2 or 1. The zeros of the polynomial may be the eigenvalues of a. So it will be either 2 or 1. So now A is a matrix of order 3. If we take into account the repetition of eigenvalues, we have the possibilities 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1 or 2, 1, 1 or 1, 1, 1 are the eigenvalues, maybe the eigenvalues of maybe the eigenvalues. But we are given that determinant of A is equal to 4. So, but determinant of A is nothing but the product of eigenvalues of A. So if we multiply this 2, 2, 2, we get the 8. If we multiply this 2, 2, 1, we get 4. If we multiply 2, 1, 1, we get 2. 1 into 1 into 1 is 1. So only 2 into 2 into 1 is 4. Only these eigenvalues satisfy the condition determinant A equal to 4, because the value of determinant is equal to the product of diagonal values. Hence, the eigenvalues are 2, 2 and 1. So trace is equal to 2 plus 2 plus 1, which is the sum of eigenvalues, equal to 5. Now the minimal polynomial. The monic polynomial Pt of least degree. Remember this thing? The degree should be least, such that Pt equal to 0 is called the minimal polynomial of T. If T is a linear operator over F, then the minimal polynomial of T is always unique. If A and B are similar matrices, then they have same minimal polynomial and characteristic polynomial. Then their minimal polynomial is equal to characteristic polynomial. The characteristic and minimal polynomial of T have the same roots except the multiplicities. Now diagonalization. A square matrix A is diagonalizable if A is similar to a diagonal matrix D. That is, A is equal to P D P inverse for some invertible matrix A. Invertible matrix P. P is here given to be invertible. So if A is P D P inverse, then A square is equal to P D P inverse into P D P inverse. We know that associativity holds in the case of matrix multiplication. Hence, we may write it as PD into P inverse P into DP inverse. But P inverse P is the identity matrix. So, D into I is D. And D into D is D square. So, this is P D square P inverse. Similarly, A cube is equal to P D square P inverse P D P inverse. So, P D square P inverse P into DP inverse by associativity. So, P inverse P is the identity matrix. Identity matrix into D is D, and D square into D is D cube. This is equal to P D cube P inverse. Similarly, A4 is equal to P D4 P inverse, and so on. So, if an n by n matrix A is diagonalizable, if and only if A has n linearly independent eigenvectors. A is equal to P D P inverse if and only if the columns of P are n linearly independent eigenvectors of A. Here D is the diagonal matrix. The diagonal entries of D are the eigenvalues of A that correspond to the respective eigenvectors in P. If linear operator T is diagonalizable and TA have all distinct characteristic values C1, C2, Cn, then minimal polynomial is equal to characteristic polynomial, and this is equal to x minus c1 into x minus c2 into x minus cn. If T is diagonalizable linear operator and c1, c2, ck are k distinct eigenvalues of T, then the minimal polynomial of T is x minus c1, x minus c2 into x minus ck. And it means minimal polynomial of diagonalizable operator always contain one factor corresponding to each Ci. So remember these things. Now we will diagonalize the matrix A equal to 2, 3, 4, 1 if it is possible. So we have considered the simple case of we have taken the matrix of order 2. Similar procedure we can apply to diagonalize a matrix of order 3 and 4. So first of all, we will write the characteristic equation and solve it to find the eigenvalues. Yesterday we discussed one example of a matrix of order 3 in which we find the characteristic equation, characteristic polynomial, eigenvalues and eigenspace. So similar step we will follow here also. So the characteristic equation here is 2 minus lambda 3 4 1 minus lambda equal to 0, because characteristic polynomial is a minus lambda I means 1001, so lambda into 1001 is lambda 0 0 lambda. If we subtract lambda 0 0 lambda from this matrix, we get 2 minus lambda, 3 minus 0, 4 minus 0, 1 minus lambda. So this will be equal to determinant 2 minus lambda, 3, 4, 1 minus lambda equal to 0. If we open this determinant, we will get 2 minus lambda into 1 minus lambda minus 3 into 4 equal to 0. So this will be 2 minus lambda into 1 minus lambda minus 12 equal to 0. So it means 2 minus 3 lambda plus lambda square minus 12 equal to 0. And this implies lambda square minus 3 lambda plus 2 minus 10 equal to 0. 2 minus 12 is minus 10. If we again factorize it, we get lambda minus 5 lambda plus 2 equal to 0. So either this factor will be equal to 0 or lambda plus 2 equal to 0. It means lambda equal to 5 and lambda equal to minus 2. These are the eigenvalues, and these eigenvalues are distinct, so we can diagonalize the given matrix A. Now we will find the corresponding eigenvectors. First we will find the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 5, then we will find the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2. So for lambda equal to 5, A minus 5 lambda I is equal to 2, 3, 4, 1 minus 5 into 1, 5 into 0, 0 into 5 into 0, 5 into 1. 1, 0, 0, 1 is the identity matrix. So if we subtract 5i from A, we will get 2 minus 5, 3 minus 0, 4 minus 0, 1 minus 5. So this is a matrix minus 3, 3, 4 and minus 4. We divide the first row by 3 and second row by 4. So we will get 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. Divide by 3, 1, divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 4, divide by 4. If we subtract second row from first row, we will get 0, 0. Here it is 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1, 0, 0, x1, x2 is equal to 0, 0. If here x1, x2 is the eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalue lambda equal to 5, which we wish to calculate. So by usual matrix multiplication, we get on the left hand side 1 into x1 minus 1 into x2 in the first term and 0 into x1, 0 into x2 in the second term. And because on the right hand side we have null matrix of order 2 by 1, therefore x1 minus x2 is equal to 0, which give x1 equal to x2. And here in the second term we have 0, so 0 equal to 0. So eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 5 is x1, x2, which is equivalent to 1, 1, because x1 is equal to x2. Now we will find the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2. For lambda equal to minus 2, a plus 2i is equal to 2, 3, 4, 1. 2i means 2 into 1, 0 into 1, 0 into 0 into 0, 2 into 1. Because the identity matrix is 1, 0, 0, 1. So this is 2 plus 2, 3 plus 0, 4 plus 0, 1 plus 2, 4, 3, 4, 3. If we subtract second row from first row, so 4, 3, here it is 0 and 0. If x1, x2 is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2, then we can write 4, 3, 0, 0 into x1, x2 is equal to 0, 0. So by matrix multiplication, 4x1 plus 3x2 equal to 0, 0x1 plus 0x2 equal to 0. So we have 4x1 plus 3x2 equal to 0 means 4x1 equal to minus 3x2, x2 equal to minus 4 upon 3 x1. Hence eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2 is x1 minus 4 upon 3 x1, and this is equivalent to minus 3, 4. Now we will write the matrix P corresponding to these eigenvectors. In the first column, we will write the eigenvector corresponding to first eigenvalue, which is lambda equal to 5, and in the second case we will write the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2. So P is equal to 1, 1, minus 3, 4. Now the diagonal matrix D will be equal to 5, 0, 0, minus 2, because 5 and minus 2 are the eigenvalues and other elements will be 0. So I have written the diagonal eigenvalues in the diagonal and in the same order. Since determinant of P is equal to 7, then P inverse is equal to 4 by 7, 3 by 7, minus 1 upon 7, 1 upon 7. Everyone knows how to calculate the inverse. First, we calculate the minor of each of its element. Like minor of 1 is nothing but minus 1 raised to power 1, 1 and 4. We delete this row and this column. Minor of minus 3 is minus 1 raised to power 1 plus 2 and into 1. Minor of 1 is 1, minus 1 raised to power 1 plus 1 into minus 3. Minor of 4 is minus 1 raised to power 2 plus 2 and 1. So after calculating minor of each term, we will divide each term by 7 and take its transpose. So we will be left with 4 upon 7, 3 upon 7, minus 1 upon 7, 1 upon 7. So P inverse is equal to P is 1 minus 3, 1, 4. D is 5, 0, 0, minus 2. P inverse is 4 upon 7, 3 upon 7, minus 1 upon 7, 1 upon 7. Thank you.